Today we discuss the Fender American Ultra Strat. Hey, James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas. Remember, you can always find us online at tarpleymusic.com, and please subscribe to the channel below if you haven't done so already. Really helps us out. So I'm holding the Fender American Ultra Strat. What is the Fender American Ultra Strat? Well, it is basically, if you think of a good old American Strat and everything that has, it just has a few features that just kind of puts it over that step there in the Ultra. And to me, some really cool features that make a difference, in my opinion, for sure. If you want that extra step, you want to do this. And the Ultra is pretty much as far as your American assembly line guitars. This is the top of where it is. So very consistent. It's an alder body. There are a few, I believe, transparent colors that actually have an ash body, but it's a great weight alder body. The contours on this thing are so comfortable. The contour here, the biggest change in this is they got this heel that is really drastically changed here. So when you get up in that 17th, 19th fret and you're wailing away, it really just stays out of your way. You don't even feel the heel there at all. It's really nice shape on that, but it still feels real solid. Now we've got our maple neck here with the great skunk stripe on the back. This is a rosewood fretboard. Most of the models do have a maple fretboard option. And this is a compound radius fretboard. So that means it starts at a 10 and it goes into a 14. So the radius actually changes. So that 10, when you're down here, a lot of chord shapes at the low end here of the neck. Then you get into more single note playing and more speed up to 14 here. So it just gradually it goes up as you go up the fretboard. Medium jumbo frets, so nice, good, fast frets there. 22. You've got your die-cast locking tuners, so very great, very good at holding the tuning there. But more importantly, is how fast you can change a string when you break one in the second song of the first set. So it's really boom, put it in there, lock it, you're good to go, tune it up. And so let's discuss the electronics. So this is definitely another upgrade that they have on just your standard. So your standard American Strat, you got 5-way switch, okay? Position 1 is your bridge, position 2, bridge and middle, position 3, middle, position 4, middle, neck, and then position 5 is just your neck. So what the S1 switch is, it's a push button on the volume knob right there. And it adds the neck pickup back in. So that gives you two options that Strats really have never had before, where I can have the bridge and the neck on at the same time, or if I go to position 2 and add the neck, then I have all three. So now you have two more configurations of pickup that you had never had before, not to mention that you got your tone knobs that you can even blend from there. So it's just a tone machine, especially a single coil tone machine. And these are ultra noiseless pickups. So you still get that great Strat sound and single coil sound, except it's going to have a whole lot less hum because they're noiseless. And so you can get some more output out of that, but you're not going to, overhum your amp where that's all you hear. It's going to keep that way down. So it's just the other beauty of this is this volume actually has a treble bleed. So normally on some guitars, as you turn that volume down because you want to back it off a little bit, you lose some of your high end as well. So what a treble bleed does, it has a circuit, it just keeps that high end there. So you're turning the volume down, but your tone isn't changing. You still get that crispiness of your high. It's just less volume. So treble bleed has become one of my favorite things I look for in guitars now, because I never realized how much I needed it until I learned it was there. And I'm like, oh, because a lot of times I will back off the volume knob because I just want a little bit less there. So we're going to run through this guitar in all the 5-way switch and in a couple of positions with the S1 switch on. And we're going to do it clean, and we're going to do it with just a little bit of dirt so you can just hear a lot of the versatility. So how I have the guitar going in is just going right into the Fender Deluxe Reverb Tone Master. We're going direct out of this into the interface. The bass and treble are just sitting at about 6. The guitar's tones are all the way open. I'm just going to play some real simple chords, just a real simple groove, and go through this so you can just hear the pickups change the sound. And so right now we're starting on position 1, and that is our bridge pickup. Moving to position 2 here, so now we've got the middle pickup with it. Position 3, so this is the middle pickup by itself. So moving on to position 4, this gives us our middle and our neck pickup. So now we go to position 5 as the neck pickup, which is often used for just big, thick rhythm parts. Alright, so now we're going all the way back to position 1, so remember that's just our bridge pickup. We're going to hit the S1 switching on the volume knob, and we have now added the neck pickup to it. All right, we'll do one more. So we're going in position 2. We still have the S1 switch on. So position 2 gives us the bridge and the middle. S1 adds the neck. So now we got all 3 going. I just really feel like there's a nice balance of your high, mids, and lows with all 3 of those pickups going on. And of course you can adjust your tone knob on that as well. Going back and just discussing a little bit of this bridge pickup by itself without the S1. So let me give you an example of the treble bleed. So you can hear that going through there. So as I turn down the volume a little bit, all that nice high-end glassy treble is still there. It's just quieter. So great. It's just so great. I didn't know I needed it, but now I need it. So there you go. All right, we're going to go through that same the sequence that we just did, and now I'm going to go and just put a little bit of overdrive on it. This is a great pedal. This is the Bellstar by Jackson Audio, and it's just going to give a little bit of overdrive so you can hear a little bit of crunch on it with some simple chords. So we're going back to position 1, of course. This is our bridge pickup. Position 2, so we're adding the middle in. All right, going to the middle. This is just our middle pickup now. Position 4, so now we have our middle and our neck. Alright, and then moving on to position 5, which is our great rhythm neck pickup. Like before, we're going to go back to position 1 with our bridge and add the S1 switch for our neck. And I really feel like it has that bite of the bridge, but it gives a little bit warmth back with the neck pickup, so I really like that position too. So here we go back to position 2, now it's all 3. so we've heard all the great tones this guitar has on its own, so now we want to hear it in the mix with some backing tracks that I did earlier. Hit it, boys! So when I think of Fender Strat, this is definitely got all those tones that I think of. It's very stratty. It's just got a great single coil sound. I can get a lot of volume out of it, but with the noiseless, not get a whole lot of hum. But it gives me a few extra things that I really, really like. So this is what I take away from this guitar is the ability to add that neck pickup into that mix to get a little bit warmth of when it can be a little bright. It's fabulous. I love that. This contoured heel getting up on here, absolutely love it. I love the compound radius, how it just gives me a little bit of a change as I'm going up the fretboard. Absolutely love that. And of course the tuners, so easy, just killer. I haven't had to tune this all day. It just stays in. It's just really great. And then of course that last little bit of thing is that treble bleed. It's a lot of that stuff that you don't physically see on it, right? You don't see the treble bleed. But once you start hearing that, and you're like, man, I can turn this volume down, but I don't miss that high-end glossiness, and that glassy is still there. I just really have fallen in love with that. So I look for guitars that have treble bleed a lot now. And so this is just a killer guitar. We actually, in this particular location, we have two of them on the wall. There's this color. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool available colors in both rosewood and maple. So you can find one that fits your look and your feel. If you like the bite of a maple, no problem. It's just killer. So come on down if you get a chance. Take one of these off the wall and play it. You'll see it's just really, really consistent. Both guitars, I was kind of just playing both of them, figure which one am I going to feature on the video, and I'll put the other one back there. And it wouldn't have mattered. They both were played so close to each other. But I really love this white with the tortoise. It just looks really killer on it. So I hope you learned something about this guitar. I loved showing you everything that it can do. And please hit like below if you did like the video. And make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed to already. And if you'd like to know as more of these videos are dropping, then just turn on notifications. We'll see you on the next one.